think more generally, what we've seen, Alex, we've seen the rise of the classist multicultural state. And I think that when you see many of these DI policies, I do think that it's white British working class males who are all too often portrayed as these sort of bastions of advantage, when quite often they live in some of the most underprivileged communities. In our country, and I think that's a real problem I have with DEI. There seems to be this prevailing obsession with race, sex, and also sexual orientation and indeed gender reassignment. I think in some cases people have completely forgotten that disability is a forgotten characteristic. When I've inspected DI policies across a number of sectors and industries, disability barely features. And I think that's a crying shame because I think we should be focusing more on how we maximize the potential of people who are living with disabilities and want to do better for themselves. But I think the big word here that's missing from many DEI strategies that I've come across is class. Social class isn't a protected characteristic under existing equalities legislation. But if you see when we've done polling in the UK, time and again, the British public is far more likely to say that social class, your network and connections, are far more influential in shaping life chances, influencing the trajectory of one's life compared to their racial identity. But you wouldn't think that based on these DI policies that we've come across.
Yeah, and briefly, do you think that all these DEI programmes have hurt race relations in our country? Because I do get the sense from some people they feel that, as you pointed out, some people from different races and backgrounds get preferential treatment because of the way they were born.
No, absolutely. I think that just to put it bluntly, I think DEI is ultimately something that we've directly imported from the United States. They're struggling there with the legacy of slavery and segregation there in the United States. I think that some of the racial discourse there is absolutely toxic. And I think that I'd like Britain to insulate itself from that and keep the focus on equality of opportunity. And I think the two main barriers, I'll make this very quickly, that we have when it comes to social mobility, that's ultimately based on class and also regional inequality. And I think that we really need to work on solving those things.